Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Dorian, and this will be something a little bit new. I'm going to be doing a last hitting video. So I picked Rise because I don't think he's one of the hardest champions last hit within the game, but personally for me, he's one of my least favorites to do it with. So I didn't get any items to boost my AD. I didn't. Well, actually, I might have accidentally used my AD runes. Yeah, I think I probably did. It was really shitty, but oh well. I didn't pick up any skills or anything like that as well, too. So I'm just going to kind of go through the couple different ways that you can last hit. So you can keep running around like this and right-click everything, which is something that I find a little bit harder from the version that I use now, which is sometimes I'll stop right before I last hit S, and then I'll A-click the actual creep that I want to hit. There's also an alternative to this. You can just keep running around like you always normally do, and you can shift right-click each creep, and that's another easy way to do it if you don't prefer A-clicking. It works out pretty well as well too. There are some other options, like you always see people that are constantly spamming their mouse as hard as they can to move everywhere as often as they can. But I think right now, as you can kind of see with the AD rune that I accidentally used on Rise, this is pretty easy. When you stop, however, and you stop moving like this, it kind of gives you options for the enemy players to kind of harass you at will, basically. So just kind of keep that in mind, that there are differences between the different ways of last hitting. And in this video, I'm going to kind of cover every single lane, and not how to last hit against enemy players more, but kind of just the basics of it, because it's much more difficult to try and get gameplay footage and talk over it while I'm playing it live. So maybe I'll record a couple second clips from a few different mid carry games and some other top carry games, and I'm probably just going to make a few videos and just put them all together. So right now, sitting at 16, nothing very special. That was the first initial part of that, so I'll be back very quickly for the second part, which will be AD bottom or top. So be right back. The second part to this little video, it's going to be AD top, and again, I didn't pick up any items, not leveling up any of my spells, and I'm just going to kind of go through last hitting with a melee character. Again, I don't feel as if Singed is the hardest top champion to last hit with, but one of my least favorite. So we'll kind of go through a quick recap for last hitting, for the range, and just kind of use on these ones. I think with being a melee character, especially top, there are options to time where the last hitting is from way back here. So you one up right as it's getting low, and you can run back. Otherwise, you really run the risk of getting bursted down by, or maybe not even getting bursted down, but you leave yourself out of position. The enemy champion is able to get free shots on you, and the trade ends up being not worth it. So the two really only options that I find right now is the shift click and the A click itself, or the shift right click and the A click, and the A left click, I guess. Going around and only right clicking on things will give you something like this. I'll show you what will happen. We'll pretend that this is the hero here, and we'll accidentally click on this other creep, and instead of clicking on the hero creep we were trying to click on, or let's say, yeah, right here, this is the hero creep, and accidentally we click on the big one. So we run right past it. So when you don't, that's the one thing you can do as well too. If you're chasing somebody, you can continue to right-click in the bush here, or shift right-click into the bush, and you won't get juked out by the bush. So that's another little miniature tip as well too. For doing 80 attacks top as well too, just standing by the first creep is also a good idea. Kind of gives you free timing on the last hit. So going up and standing right next to it is pretty easy as well too. As you can see, just standing there and hitting A-click is what... A-click is just my kind of personal preference, so you'll see me doing that a lot in my stream and in most of my videos and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, real quickly, that was just a Singed POV of last hitting, and I will go right on to be the third part of the little video series, or like the video. This time it'll be AD carry bottom as Vayne, and what I did is I didn't learn any skills except for Tumble, which I will use for something that I'm going to try and show later on, and I didn't use any like runes or masteries. I used AP runes and I used 0 masteries, so I have 53 AD. So last hitting will be a little bit more difficult than the first part where I cheated with Rise kind of a little bit. So the same kind of thing that you can do with AD. The auto attacking and the last hitting is always the same, but one of the things you kind of want to focus on the most is just the timing of it. So you can run up here and kind of realize the timing of it after you've played a certain amount of games. And 8-clicking on the ground also works, like somewhere over here near it, but that is not something that I really recommend doing. I really do recommend just using the shift right click or stopping and left A-clicking. So you A-click, and then you use your left click to do it. So those are your options. And right here, there's a part where I kind of want to show how you can use your tumble to get 2 CS kind of at the same time when they're both low. So I'll try and get a situation that's like that. There you go. So you get 1 low, shoot the next one, and it kind of gives you the free option to pick up 2 where you normally wouldn't have been able to do it. One other thing I'll talk about really quickly with AD carries is trying to last hit from over here on this side is usually the best policy, mainly just because you want to kind of keep yourself farther away from the ganks if at all possible. So staying over here near the bush kind of leaves the junglers without an option to come and gank you unless they come all the way around from here. And if they come all the way around from there, and you see them from like right here from that light, the easiest option to do is just to tumble right away, or not even to tumble, and just run as far as you can down this wall as you can. The only problems that you're going to run into is if it's like a singed or like a volibear jungle where they can toss behind you. If you can stay along that wall there, generally you can kind of make it out of there. So that was my last hitting guide, and you know, for jungling, you don't really need to do any kind of last hitting. Obviously, as you're trying to clear the camp as fast as you possibly can. So this video is going to be relatively short, but I've had a lot of requests for this, and I honestly haven't seen one of these videos on YouTube in forever. So I really hope that this makes last hitting a lot easier for everybody else out there that kind of wanted this video. And I hope you guys appreciate what I did. And yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. And feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I really appreciate all the viewers that I've been getting and all that shit lately. So once again, alrighty guys, what's going on here? This will be another part to my last hitting video. This will be some live gameplay of me playing top. And I know in the Singed part of the movie I mentioned that it was AD top. Obviously it's not AD top, it's just top champions or bruisers, whatever you want to call them. So this game will be me just doing some last hitting for about a minute or so on Riven against a Gangplank. So you can see that I'm just trying to keep my distance from this Gangplank because I don't want him to consecutively Q me. I pick up some easy free CS there, and he's only got 1 Q off on me so far. So I'm trying to kind of keep my distance from this Gangplank so that I can't get Q'd as many times. I know that all these creeps that are down here are going to take a while to get low, so I run away into the bush and to make sure I'm as far away as I can. And for these next CS that are coming up, I'm going to try and wait for them to get low, and then I'm going to come up from out of the bush to try and get them. A little bit of insight onto what I was trying to do there. I pick up my E second so that every time he shoots me I can pop my shield. So right now, CS-wise, I'm at 8, and he's at 7. So I'm at 10, and he is at 7. So I'm beating him by a little bit, but it's nothing, you know, out of the ordinary, nothing too crazy. I just wanted to show some live gameplay of me doing some last hitting as well, too. So you can see this is the majority, or this is how the majority of games happen where you're top, is it involves you staying back, trying not to be ganked, and we'll kind of speed this up here while I do some more last hitting, and we'll kind of see whose lane gets pushed more. I get some kind of free damage on him there, and I also happen to pick up First Blood, which is not something I was really meaning to show in this video. But right here, pause it. What happens now is the lane is pushed, so I decided to go back. This isn't really part of last hitting, but this is just kind of something that goes with last hitting. If you push the lane and kill a champion, obviously the lane will push automatically by itself, and that's just kind of one of the things that happens top, middle, or bottom. So right here I decided to go back. That'll be the end of this part of the video, and I will do some more live gameplay for middle. With another part of this last hitting video, this time it will be played as casted in middle. Right here, I just wanted to include this as well too. I thought this was very funny. This Ezreal coming to walk into his lane. He's like, "Oh my God, what the fuck? There's 4 people in this bush!" And Soraka's just sitting over there doing nothing. And because she did that, she's unable to pick up the assist. So, haha to you, Soraka, and fuck you, Ezreal. Well, so this game, I'm going to be doing some last hitting as Kassadin, which is probably one of the more difficult things to do as the middle against other ranged champions. So it's kind of the same principle as if you were last hitting with like a Singe top or like an Aurelia or something like that. Actually, I take that back. Not even like Aurelia at all. Mainly for the reason that Aurelia's got other spells that she can kind of last hit with, and I'm kind of going to try and focus on just last hitting. So I think with Kassadin more specifically, the easiest way to last hit would be to consistently harass them with your Q and try and get close to the creeps without. I accidentally canceled. I remember playing this game and I remember being like, oh my God, I canceled the animation for that free CS. So that's just kind of something to talk about really quickly. As you can see right now, the CS for me isn't going very bad. And some of the things that I was trying to mention as well too, if you want to get a CS that you know is going to be coming up pretty low very quickly, like say for example this one, I silence him so that he can't get any spells off me if I do decide to go up and try and get that CS. And that's very important because he's got 2 or 3 spells that could really lock me down and kind of screw up my last hitting, and he would get a very nice trade on me there. So, as you can see, last hitting with Kassadin is not like the easiest thing in the world to do, especially against other characters that are melee and have, or range, sorry, and have ranged summoners. So, this is what happened. I was hoping that a gank would not come from there, but luckily for me it did come from up here, so I was able to get away from it very quickly. So right now, CS-wise, I'm sitting at 8, and he only had... Well, it's changed now. I still have 8, and he's got like 12 or 14. And this is the big thing that'll happen to you as Kassadin or any kind of champion that's getting hustled in middle. What'll end up happening is you'll be forced to try and get last hits at the turret. I try and use one of my spells there to get some CS, and now I am back up to 13, only 1 behind him. And this is just one of the big common problems that comes with, being pushed around in your lane. And it gives me an opportunity to talk about this. Every time a creep will come in, it's a melee creep, it can take 2 tower hits with you being able to last hit it with 1 last little bit of health on it. So what'll happen here is this creep will get hit, and he will die because he's already below half. Now, what'll happen here with these range creeps... Oh, that's no good. What'll happen with the range creeps is that they can take 1 tower hit and usually 1 auto attack. So kind of keep that in mind. This is another part of my video, and I will... Alrighty, what's going on, guys? This is Dorian, and this will be probably the final part to this last hitting guide, and it will be as Vayne again, this time against other real-life people. So... we'll kind of speed through this initial part here. Perhaps we might go try for... No, we don't try and go for the invade, because this guy gets... seen. I thought it was pretty funny. So get into the lane here, get a few free auto attacks off, and for me personally, you'll see I've given you a bunch of different ways to last hit, but you'll definitely see in the majority of these videos the route that I like to take, and I really enjoy pressing the stop button and just waiting for the creeps. And right now you can see that I don't even think I missed one so far. Even with all the harass, I just finally barely missed one. This Leona getting some very nice harass going off on us though. So right now I'm at 6, the other guy is at 7, I'm at 8, he's at 7. So the CSing right now is pretty easy going on bottom. Trying to get a kill on that guy, but he gets away, so I'm able to get up some more free CS. So you'll see that, like I said, I'm sticking way over here, way far away from the river, so that if a gank does come, I have more than enough time to get away. I accidentally screwed up there and hit the wrong creep, so that's just bad play. So I pick up my silver bolts, and I figure if I can get 1 more shot off on that guy, I'll be able to get some kills. But unfortunately not. And as you can see right now, this is what happens more or less when you're last hitting in bottom lane. 1 person will get pushed away, and 1 person, or both people, will be at half. So right now we've got Leona coming back into it, and what I'm doing is I'm last hitting basically at their tower, which You could wait for the creeps to get lower so the lane doesn't push so hard. But I have AD runes used for this game, so it's very, very easy for me to last hit in comparison to like a Severe or even like a Graves or a Tristana for that matter. The only difference and the reason why I go with AD runes for Vayne is because her range is so short that I feel you need to make up for it with like heavy, hard-hitting damage right away at level 1. So we'll take a look at the CS really quickly here. Oh no, it looks like we got a fight going on. Condemn her against the wall. She gets knocked up by the Blitz. I assumed that the Blitz would leave as he had 0 HP, and he didn't leave. So I'm just going to go back to the last hitting. And I'm just going to quickly look at the CS here and notice that I'm at 22 and he is at 19. So right now I'm 4 ahead of him. Still got a lot of harass going on right now. Oh, the Blitzcrank almost dies. This part's pretty funny though. She dies to the creeps. I flash away, pick up a kill, and that will be the end of my last hitting video. I really appreciate everybody watching all my videos, so thank you. This is kind of a long time coming, so let me know what you think and if you liked it. And yeah, that's everything, guys. Really quickly before I end the video, I will be doing an RP giveaway in the next 2 days here to anyone that subscribes to my own TV channel. So if you'd like to do that, go to OwnTV-DeathCab4Dorian or /DeathCab4Dorian and subscribe or follow to me there. And I'll be doing a $25 RP giveaway within the next 2 days here on Sunday. So as always, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching me, and like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think about it. All right, peace.